Hello there, Internet. So I've made a few videos entitled Abbie Asks under my Spiritual Exploration series. And each time I've had somebody here with me. Today I'm doing one by myself. I've briefly mentioned my past history with the church, but I haven't actually talked about it, so that's what I'm gonna do today. Let's start at the very beginning. I was born and raised Catholic. Not just that I was born and raised Catholic. I went to a Catholic school. I went to a Catholic school until I was age 10. Now, we weren't like the hardcore Catholic school where you had to wear uniforms and you had nuns slapping you with rulers. That's not what my school was like, but it still was a Catholic school. I have many memories of this school, both fond and not so fond, most of which don't have to do with the Catholicism itself. I do remember being called a lesbian in 3rd grade. And that was something bad. I was called a lesbian because I was holding hands with my best friend. We were walking to the park. You're supposed to have a buddy. Do you want to be my buddy? Now let's sprout up a little bit. Past elementary school, past middle school, we get to high school with new and exciting people and thoughts, ideas. What will happen? What will happen is Abbie will come in contact with a bunch of people who don't necessarily believe in religion, and then she'll be like, what? That's an option? So freshman year of high school, I was like, and then I was like, I am not a Catholic. I actually started considering myself Buddhist. Don't ask me anything about Buddhism. I was 15. I had no idea. I was just like, I kind of like the philosophy of Buddhism. I didn't even say that. I was like, I kind of like Buddhism, yo. And then personally, to me, myself, and I considered myself Buddhist. Throughout all this time, I've been going to CCD. Don't ask me what it stands for, but it's church classes every week on Wednesday night. It's a thing that everybody does in small town Iowa. So I was still going, even though I didn't necessarily think that I was Catholic. Fun fact, my sophomore year, we were considered the worst class ever at CCD because we asked questions, which just really shows some of like the underlying issues of the Catholic Church. Things we had to do. We had to go to church class every week. We were supposed to go to church every week. We had to do all of these like fun rules and like sign-ups for like different times to like volunteer, voluntold. We had to have prayer tests where we had to memorize prayers and all that good stuff. So I was going through all of this and I was like, I don't really know what I believe. And then I was like, I don't believe in anything but and I considered myself agnostic and then atheist. I kept going to church class because it was really just a way to get out of the house, but then there was a turning point where I was like, no thank you, and I stopped. So the priest of the church would come in like every month or two or so, something like that, and we had the chance to ask him questions anonymously. So in the hat, he pulls it out, why are gay people bad? We all knew it was coming, and the answer was because they are akin to predators and pedophiles, and it took every ounce of respect I had in my body to not get up and leave the classroom right then. But I never went back after that. And a young Abbie didn't know she was gay. Fast forward, the only time I step foot into churches are funerals and weddings. And here we are in 2018. I meet some really cool people and I'm like, hey, I want to be in a show with you guys. So I auditioned for the show and it's wonderful. It's called Footloose. Now, the people in charge of said show all worked at a church. And so I just didn't really talk about the whole I'm an atheist kind of thing. I felt that would put a damper on our relationships. But at the end of the show, they were like, you should sing at church. And I was like, no, I should not. And they were like, okay, well, you should like at least come to a service. And it was summer, so they were doing church in the park. So I got John and I was like, okay, let's go check this thing out. Okay, we're gonna sit in the way back and not do anything else. So we did that. It was fine. It was cool seeing my friends doing something that they loved. And then we left. And then I went back like a few more times and like another time or two. And then actually, they asked John to be a part of their production crew. And John didn't have a car at the time and we were dating. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll go and I guess I will drive you because I know this is something you really want to do, so let's go. And I would just be at the church in the morning really early whenever John was there and I was like, well, I'm just here, And then they asked me to help in the booth one day with the lyrics, running the slides, and I was like, well, I'm here, I might as well. And then I started volunteering more with slides and then they put me on lights and I was like, hey, I really like lights. Then I started doing it every Sunday morning, and then I was like, hey, I kind of want to sing. And then they were like, okay, here you go. Stand in the background and do your little sing song. And I was like, cool, I kind of want to do some more of that. And then they were like, hey, Abby, do you want to do this like acting scene thing? And I was like, yeah, that'd be really cool. And me and Jaden did awesome, and we hit it out of the park, and it was really emotional, but it was awesome, and I got to sing during that too. And now here we are, and I'm just really involved with something I never thought I would ever be involved with ever in my life. Yeah. And I still don't know what I believe, but I think I believe something. And that's like a really weird thing to come out of my mouth. To happen in my brain is a weird thing. I'll have people who are like, oh, you're going to church, Jesus gotcha. And that, I'm like, nope, Jesus not got me yet. You just back the heck up. But I pray sometimes, and we're gonna have a video on prayer, that'll be fun. And I'm trying to like believe and like be hopeful. I don't know. You can see how uncomfortable this makes me. This is like even more uncomfortable than talking about sex. So yeah, you kind of know where I'm at now. I did a video with Ben, and then I did a video with Kate. And I am just trying to take everything in, and I'm really trying to be open and... What am I looking for? I want it. I want it. And actually in a month I'm going to get baptized at the church, because I feel like that is... I feel like that is the next right step. Like, it feels right. I don't like shy away from it. I'm not scared of it. It just feels like the next step. They wanted me to do it last summer, and I was like, no. And now this summer it feels like the next step. So who knows what will happen after that? I don't. Now you know a little bit of my story, a little bit of my past, a little bit of my history. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what your thoughts are, what your past is, what you like to do and stuff down in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, all those good things. I think I'm gonna go watch some Law and Order, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! A scoobity bop 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 bada boop.